Casheez Park for this round 19 battle of the NEAFL Northern Conference, the match of the round. Matt Ridley joined with Craig Miller, and Labrador, they've driven up the M1 to be here today at Casheez Park. Redland's overcast conditions, and as you can see on the screen, the ground is a little heavy underfoot. Craig, I'm actually tipping that the Tigers will be fairly competitive today, although they are missing the captain. A late change, Ryan Davey, is out.
Yeah, it's a big out for the Labrador Tigers. They're a chance. I think Redlands will probably have the firepower up forward though, but tipping is going to be a very close game in these tough conditions.
So Noble and Reynolds to do the ruck work. Give that to Noble, who will look there for Rick White. Salter from the half-forward flank, and the umpire says, I'll have it. Are we expecting any rain today?
Well, it's been sprinkling all morning, and as you can see by the state of the ground, it's extremely heavy underfoot, probably 3 or 4 inches of rain overnight, so it is heavy conditions, but I don't think we're going to get a big downpour.
We expect Redlands to win this one, but you never know in the NEAFL Northern Conference if Labrador are on their game. As Greg Seaton-Lonsdale said throughout the week, he reported to the media that Redland need to play at their best here to make sure they get the 4 points. Reynolds just gets them going forward. Burke off the ground. That was clever. So this is Rick White. On the left, just over the top of Zufa. Gets to half forward. Comes spilling out towards Garing, number 8 on screen. Godfrey, now back to White. Again on the left, Boots. Just over the top of the leading Goldsmith. Over the boundary line and out of bounds. So Rick White started well, had 22 touches last week against Southport, and he's already had 3 today.
He's a quality player. He's played state footy this year for the Northern Conference, and he's definitely one that Redlands will have to watch out on this far wing.
They sit 7th on the ladder, the Bombers. 2 games outside the 8, so they need to win here just to keep in touch with that top 5, I should say, the final 5 in the NEAFL Northern Conference. So they're 2 games out. A win here would be pretty handy. We're 2 minutes in, first quarter. We're yet to see a score, but the Tigers are in attack. Looks like White will do the ruck work down forward. In fact, it's Goldsmith. Where are the Rovers here? Rees. And now Cass. What a week he had last week. 43 touches last week. He comes out of defence. Good work over the top from Boone. And now Salter whacks it on the boot and gets it forward. And that could be the call of the day here, Craig, just to get some momentum going forward.
Yeah, definitely, Riddler. I mean, these conditions are extremely heavy, as we've called earlier. It's just going to be bash and crash footy. Good old south of the border football today, I would have thought.
Reynolds again. Noble did well. Godfrey's handball was chopped off by White. Inboard got it to Stevenson. And now this is Durack. His long kick forward. But it's floated over the line and out of bounds.
Interesting matchup, Pullman and Goldsmith. So Pullman giving away a bit of height on Goldsmith, so it should be interesting battles today, Riddler.
So we see Stephen and Pullman in the half-back line. Pop it over the top. This will be the running Howard. So a good run from full-back here is Byrne to Zufa. So Dylan Byrne got it to Daniel Zufa, the loping left footer. He goes inside 50. The lead came out from Josh Pullman, the co-captain. Boone, back to Byrne from 55 metres, but it's all the Tigers.
Poor kick, poor kick.
Sammy Folan it is, who brings it out to White. He's been one of those stalwarts, Sammy Folan, but he's yet to have a real cracking season at the Tigers. A long kick. Oh, nice mark from Pullman. Came from the side. I think the kick was intended for Stevenson, but Pullman's kick, that's nice. Salter. Too far out to score here, though, the Grogan medalist.
Plenty of Tigers back inside this defensive 50.
4 minutes in, first quarter. Told to play on. 60 out. Pops it in, and as you said, Craig, but coming in from the side, Pullman. So the Tigers had 3 or 4 there, and just needed to get some body on Pullman to make sure he wasn't in the contest. Nice mark.
I would have thought Jason Fennell would be extremely disappointed with that effort there. As you said, Riddler, 4 Tigers, and Pullman come from behind and took a quite a simple mark in the end.
You should make no mistake here. Pullman comes in. 2 goals for last week. And he has just got this one. Yes! They've got the first of the day. So the first score, a major score, 5 minutes in. And Pullman has the first one on the board. That's the start that Seton Lonsdale wanted.
Yeah, it was, and I think obviously there's a bit of a ploy from the Tigers to send Noble back behind the ball and try and clog up some of that space in front of big Josh Pullman. But Jordan Bain up there at centre half forward for Redland, so they've got a few leading options, and they're going to need every bit of big Noble to be filling a few of those holes.
5 minutes in, first quarter. Matt Ridley joined with Craig Miller. And the Bombers are on the board, courtesy of Josh Pullman, the co-captain. He's got his first. Ball back in the middle. White's in there again, number 10. So to Rees and Godfrey. And the umpire says, I'll have it. We'll see a bit of this today, won't we? The secondary bounce and a throw in and then another bounce.
Yeah, it's just those types of conditions. A bit of spot in the game. There's no love lost between these two sides.
Over the top there was Reynolds. Good work, Stephen. And now Rees. He's got room to move. He's got Godfrey running for him. 1-2, back in board. Bradley Rees goes for home. Yes! Champagne footy. Bombers on top early.
Yeah, great goal there from Brad Rees. He gave the handballs out to Godfrey. He probably could have kept going himself there, but he chose to go out wide, and then Godfrey good enough to get it back to him. That's a classy finish from the in and under midfielder in Brad Rees.
So goals to Godfrey and, Rees. My apologies, so Rees and Pullman. 2 straight, plays no score. Good start here. They were a little sluggish early. But they put the afterburners on. There's Toddy Featherston. Pumps them inside 50, but Brewer gets back there to mark. Blake Brewer to Peaver Wright. A penetrating kick over the top of the Salter, but he'll get there first. Close to the boundary line, that's clever. Gets away from Durack and then kicks him towards half forward. And a kick came from the Tigers' defence. I think that was Nick Upton. Getting back there was Howard. So it'll be Thompson, who tumbles their way inside 50. Folan was there. Handball came from Burke. Durack. There's Godfrey again. Featherston in and under. It's his sort of conditions today, Toddy. He'll be looking to get 30 to 40 touches today, Toddy Featherston, the former Grogan medalist himself. And picks his opponent up off the deck, and we get back underway. 7 minutes in. Free kick against Reynolds here. Noble gets the free kick. So from half back, Noble goes long. Handball to Garing, who's beset upon. Right in the middle of Casheez Park, Grayson is, well, he got the free kick and then the advantage paid. And Gribben got them inside 50 and then a mark taken here by Goldsmith.
Yeah, the free kick there comes, I think it was from Boone that laid the tackle that he just held on too long, and the Tigers had the advantage, and Goldsmith well and truly out in front of Pullman on this occasion.
Any breeze to speak of, Craig?
Marginal out there. I mean, I don't think the breeze is going to play a massive part with a really heavy footy, but I mean, it's probably favouring the Tigers left of screen in this first quarter.
Nice kick too, though. I like that. Really penetrating kick there from Jake Goldsmith. And the Tigers are on the board, making sure they keep in contact here today. And that's what it's all about, being competitive. And at three-quarter time, reassess. You never know what might happen. The Bombers come in as raging favourites. 2 straight 12. Labrador a 1 straight 6, margin 6 points. I think we might have a game on our hands here today.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And there's we talk about emotions that play their part in the game of footy. It's the 50th anniversary of the Labrador Tigers tonight down at Jupiter's Casino. So it's a big day for the club. The reserves got up over Redlands convincingly, and I'm sure they're looking to do that again here in the seniors.
Margin just 6 points. 7 minutes in, first quarter. Godfrey for the Bombers. Gets the clearance. Pumps them towards Bain. Bain on the forward 50. Handball wasn't quite hitting the target. They're right in the pocket here. Tigers trying to create a stoppage. Thompson making sure of that, just dragging the ball in, so we'll have a bounce.
Yeah, it's been a good start by the Redland Bombers. They need to really get the 4 points today. It's a big game for them if they're going to push for finals.
Noble, and that time Bain in the ruck, and Boone sees it over the line out of bounds.
A big, interesting matchup down at centre half forward for the Tigers. Riddler, Fraser Thurlow is probably one of the most dominant ruckmen in the competition, playing as a key forward today with Big Noble in the side. So that's an interesting battle between him and Peaver Wright. So
we're 10 minutes in, first quarter. Boundary throw in. Noble with the easy tap out, but Cass is all wrapped up. They might have a tag on Cass there. I think Grayson's running with him. after 43 touches last week in their win against the Sydney Hills Eagles, it's fair to say that Coach Jason Fennell keeping an eye on Cast today as the ball goes forward, minus score, just the point. So the first behind of the day, 2-1-13 to 1 straight 6, margin 7 points.
Folan with the ball to kick it in. Looks at Long, straight down the guts he goes. Noble in front, Goldsmith flies from behind. Push though, umpire says, on Sam Pullman against Trent Noble. So Trent Noble looking up, kicks it over the top, trying to find Featherston, he does. Featherston back, the former Grogan medalist, kicks it long inside. Rick White's the option. Zuffa does extremely well with a fist to Veering. Down to Zuffa again, he's caught high. Umpire says play on, no. Umpire down the ground has called the high contact on Daniel Zuffa. So Zuffa looks out wide to Reynolds. Reynolds on the outside has Stevens. Stevens looks up, chips it over the top for Pullman. In front was Grayson, down is Thompson, over the top. Has it got the legs? It has! So the Bombers get their third for the first quarter. 3-1-19 leading the Labrador Tigers 1-6. That's a great finish from Matty Thompson.
And perfectly. He was front and centre. He was in the perfect spot as a rover. I mean, sometimes he plays on the ball or in the middle, but as a forward pocket or a half-forward flanker, that's where you want to be. When it's wet conditions, you know that the ball's going to drop about 2 or 3 metres in front of the pack. And what a goal. And he kicked it from 45 for almost 50 out. Matty Thompson, great work. The Bombers have started well. 3-1-19 to 1 straight 6, margin 13 points. 12 minutes in first quarter.
Back in the middle, Travis Reynolds up against Trent Noble. Umpires throwing it up today with the boggy conditions. Clark tries to get the handball out. Not successful. Ball spills out the back. This is Folan. Cast in pursuit. Ball off the ground. Kicks it over to Doyle direction. He picks it up. Handballs out the back to Adam Clark. Chip over the top inside 50. Reynolds is there. Does well. In front of Rick White. Travis Reynolds kicks out. Trying to find Cast. From behind was Folan out the back. Cast again looking for Brewer. Sticky conditions on that side of the ground. Veering's in there. Umpire letting it go. Good umpiring. And he decides to ball it up. We've gone 12 minutes into the first term at Casheez Park.
Goals to Pullman, Rees and Thompson. They set up a 13-point lead. Approaching the midway stages as Burke whacks them inside 50. There's a chance here. Looks like Gribben. He might get a free kick here. No. It's a free kick against the Tigers, against Pullman. Featherston. And Pullman Sam goes out wider. And the Bombers looking to get their fourth one on the board here. They're at half back. Comes back to Pullman. Goes to full back. This is Wright. And his kick outside the defensive 50. Just getting a touch on it there was Goldsmith. Sonigold, though, couldn't quite get the handball over the top. Great tackle on Grayson, but he was strong enough. Got it back to Goldsmith. Short kick. Mark taken by Featherston. And Featherston has marked. It was Damien Stephen out there on the pocket that I couldn't quite pick up.
Poor checking from the Bombers.
They've gone forward here, Craig. Mark taken.
I think it's Liam Burke.
We'll see a shot on goal. The number 9.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Apologise, Garing.
Jeff Garing, number 8. You're close. And we have a shot on goal.
The handball goes over the top from Sondergill. The Bombers go inside 50. It's a funny game. Intercepted by Grace. It's a good finish. I think he stuck it in.
Oh, gee, that was close, Craig. He's got it. Jeff Garing's got his first. Tigers have 2. And margin back to 7 points.
Yeah, it's been a good opening term, and
it has.
It's reasonably high scoring considering these boggy conditions here today. But as the rain's just sort of sprinkling away, but the Tigers they'd be very happy with their start.
7 points to margin. 19 plays 12. We wait the ball to come back in now. The rain just picking up a little bit. I can see some people in the crowd with the umbrellas up now, Craig. So let's hope that the rain stays away.
Yeah, it looks ominous though out in front of us. The weather tends to come from basically the bay side here down in Victoria Points, and I'm sure we're going to be in for a little bit of a shower very shortly.
Round 15, match of the round. The Tigers and the Bombers. White had a lot of time there. Godfrey to Salter. Gets them going forward. Oh, gee, nice strong mark taken here by Bain. 15 minutes in first quarter. Baines' kick, a tumbling one. I think Thompson was the intended target, but this is Folan. Another rebound 50. He had 7 rebound 50s last week. Doyle and now Clark. And they pump it out wider towards Thurlow, just running himself under it here, but the Tigers have the numbers. Gribben. Skip Gribben, inside 50.
Yeah, poor kick from Gribben there. Pullman just chopped that off.
And so he's got it at the back pocket and he swings it out wider and he's got Brad Rees, I think. He'll pop it over the top and he gets Salter, current Grogan medalist, chips inside, finds Zuffa, who's been in outstanding form for the Bombers in 2013. Inside to Brewer, chip over the top, good play from the Bombers. Thompson's out, he's got space. It's a good kick out in front of Pullman. Can he get to it? He can't. And good defence there from Bantoff to punch it over the line. Beautiful white picket fence down here at Casheez Park, Riddler, a new project that the Bombers initiated earlier this season, so full credit to them. Ball's thrown in. Bain does well. Down there, Boone's there. On the outside, he's got Veering. Handball over the top to Stephen. Does well to keep it in. Folan, clever. Oh, well, he's got nowhere to go, though, so he has to just rush his kick. It's smothered off the boot. Clark tries to kick it off the ground. Noble's in there. It's messy footy. Godfrey attacks the ball. Does well. Good work from Stevens. He's wrapped up by Godfrey in a great tackle. That's good passage of play. Good contest. Good work by Godfrey too, not to give away the free kick. We see a lot in this day and age when a player goes down there with the ball in hand, that the tackler seems to get them too high. So good smart footy there by Godfrey. Now the race is on. Right in the middle of casheez.com.au park.
Oh, good tackle.
Great tackle there on Goldsmith. And we'll have a bounce down. Sammy Pullman, the tackler. He's been busy.
He has been. He started extremely well, as has Todd Grayson across half-back for the Tigers too. So
keep an eye on Salter here. He's a kick behind the play if the Bombers get it, but it's the Tigers. An inside 50. Zuffa gets there first. A former Brisbane Lion puts his teammate there a burn under some pressure. Good work there by Thurlow. Now Salter. Handball over the top to Byrne. Was that high? No. 50 out from goal for the Tigers. We'll have a bounce down, and we're midway through the first quarter. 3-1-19 to 2 straight. Redland Bombers lead by 7 points, but here come the Tigers. It spills out towards Featherstone. He might get a free kick, Upton. He does.
Yep, he did.
Might be too far out to score, though,
I think it's Angus Watts here. No, it's Nick Upton. I do apologise there for our view. So he's 48 metres out. In the back there was young Stephen, so he's a bit stiff. Stevens probably right on his measure here, I would have thought, Riddler. He's going to have to kick this with a heavy ball every bit of 50 metres. Left footer. Likely type, comes in. Gets good purchase on the footy. Pushes out to that left-hand side. So another behind, 2-1-13. The Labrador Tigers trail the Bombers 3-1-19. We've gone 18 minutes into the first term.
Zuffa brings it in. Short kick finds Jones. Over the top to Paxman. Now to Howard. So Howard at half-back. 18 minutes in first quarter.
Oh,
Noble worked hard to get to that, but Josh Pullman,
ice-like hands in these slippery conditions.
attacking side of halfway. His side leads by a straight kick. Beautiful kick. Well weighted. Mark taken here. Looks to play on.
Tyler Jones.
Jones it is. So Jones has ran a long way down here.
He has.
Created
He's a good
option.
young player from Mackay. He's been in the NEAFL system for the last couple of years and really starting to cement his spot as a regular player in this Redlands outfit.
19 minutes in, first quarter. Margin 6. Can Jones extend it to 12? From 47 metres. Goal umpire.
Well.
Skips to the left. That's a goal. Great kick. They've got their fourth on the board. We're approaching time on. 4-1-25. 2-1-13. Margin 12 points. Jones has got his first. And, well, that's a good kick there. Into a bit of a breeze. We're feeling that breeze now, Craig, in the commentary box.
Yeah, he's a product of the Scorpions program, the under-18s Queensland program, and as I said, he's been in the system for a couple of years, and the Bombers starting to reap some rewards of some recruitment out of Mackay. But he's out on the wing there, so that's an interesting matchup with Walker. I'm sure they're going to have to tighten up in this sort of last 10 minutes of this quarter.
So 20 minutes in now, first quarter. 112 points. The Bombers lead 4-1 to 2-1. Noble in the ruck against Paxman. Featherstone is there. The Bombers try and work their way out of that. The umpire might have to do some work here. But good stuff, letting it go, that's good. Handball, I think, came out from Brown. And now a free kick. And they play on quickly here. White has to mop up some rubbish as Folan pumps him inside 50. Thurlow gets back. Wright did well. He's given away a free here.
He gave Thurlow a bit of a nudge just early in the contest, and umpire right on the mark there.
So, Fraser Thurlow has a chance to make it back, to get it back to a 6-point lead. What's he like in front of goal?
He's not the greatest kick in the world, to be honest, Riddler, but when he's on a set shot at goal, he's actually not too bad. So he's going to have to kick this 45 metres, though.
On its
He
way.
strikes it well. He struck it very well. He's got it! He has. So Thurlow gets his first for the afternoon and Labrador's third. 4-1-25, the Bombers lead the Tigers 3-1-19. We're 21 minutes into the first term at Casheez Park.
That's a good kick, and that's what you want to see. If Coach Jason Fennell, he's obviously making some sort of move and not using Thurlow in the ruck. He's using him practically one out in the square, really, against Wright. And if he puts all his eggs in one basket like that, he needs Thurlow to kick those goals, and that's what he's done, and that's good to see. The Tigers, they're such a proud club.
Since he moved from Southport, Labrador have been prepared to play him as a key position forward, which is great, and they're actually reaping some rewards from that move. So with Noble in, they can afford the luxury of playing him forward. Featherstone
with the clearance out of the middle. Just over the top there, good tackle. A handball came out from Cast to Godfrey. Salter, just with some ease, gets away from his opponent. He might have to mop up a skew-if handball. Now Godfrey, kick, mark taken by the Tigers. In Durack, swings it out wider to Doyle. Doyle from the defensive 50. That's a long kick and a good kick. He's got Thurlow. 75 from home. Lays it off to Gribben, or it might be Ford out there. It is Ford. His kick was smothered. Now Thurlow on the opposite foot. Not quite kept past Byrne and Howard. And now Brewer pops it over the top. He's got Pringle.
Pringle, centre wing, on the far side at Casheez Park. He looks up. There's big Nobles behind the ball. He's kicked it straight to the man too. So sitting back, he's dropped what he should have taken. He's got him high too in Thompson. So Matty Thompson played that extremely well and uncharacteristic like for Trent Noble to drop pretty much a formality in a mark. But Thompson, it's not a big kick for goal.
Just took his eyes off the footy,
I think he did right at the last moment there.
Sort of handballed it to the rover before he took the mark there.
Here comes Thompson. Doesn't want to get too close to the 203 centimetre giant. He strikes it. Has he got the legs? It looks like it might do. Oh, it's touched right on the line there by the Tigers. So poor coverage from the Bombers to not have someone on that last line. 4-2-26, the Bombers lead the Tigers 3-1-19. We've gone 23 minutes.
Folan from full-back. Got a lot of purchase on that. Here's Jones. Squares it up to Brewer. Risky kick, but it might come off here. Godfrey dispossessed. Now the kick from the Tigers towards Goldsmith. Got high. Jones again, doing a lot of work. He's got a big tank. Godfrey to right. Through the middle of Casheez Park. Kick was partly smothered off the boot. Noble overran it. Stephen. And I think Kieran Daly at the bottom of the pack there, no?
Peter Wright just needed to go to the longer option. He tried to go spot up the kick at half forward there. He needed to bomb it long and get deep inside.
It was Tom Cayley. And now Cass from 40. Squares himself up. That's a good kick to the teeth of goal. Again, just off hands. So they've had some chances to extend this lead. The two minor scores, 4-3-27 to 3-1-19, margin 8 points, 24 minutes in. Matt Ridley with Craig Miller.
Matty Clark kicks to himself, long thumping left foot kick. It's a beauty too, out in the direction of Goldsmith and Noble. Punch came well from behind from Pullman. In there, out. This is Daly in for his first game for the year. Brewer out the back looking for Howard. He fumbles. Daly does well. Well, handballs into Featherstone. Slippery footy, heavy conditions. Ball spills out, Howard's there, Featherstone wraps him up. Bear-like hug, and the umpire balls it up.
I've noticed on a couple of occasions that the smaller Tigers midfielders and maybe some halfback flankers, they're not getting front and centre of the ball at the ball drop. They're not winning those little clearances when there's a contest up high, Craig.
Brewer on his left foot, kicks inside to a 2-on-1. Noble's there, Pringles does well. Down was Upton, he did well to steal it back. This is Bantoff, he does well. Kicks out the wide, Jones. He's had a good 5 or 6 minutes. The far wing, too far out to score. Umpire says play on. Decides to chip over the top to Brewer. Had too much purchase on it. We're out of bounds 60 metres out from the Redland line.
Plenty of players getting back here. There's close to about 32 of the 36 out there in the one half at the moment. So this will be interesting to see where this goes. A kick over the top. Can't get over Pullman. He can't quite mark it though. He gets back in time. The trusty left footer, look at that. Straight down the throat of Big Reynolds on centre wing. Short kick.
Veering with the footy, looks up, kicks down to Pullman, bashes into the back of Stevens. Stevens did well there with courage, gets the free kick. Oh no, it's the other way. So he's paid the free kick, Bantoff pushing Pullman into the back of Stevens, and for not giving the ball back, he's got 50 metres, so Pullman's going to line up 13 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Handball's over the top, looking for Boone. Boone does well, gets on his boot, so they're fortunate there, the Bombers. It wasn't pretty, they get the end result and they kick their 5th goal for the first term. 5-3-33, lead the Labrador Tigers 3-1-19, 26 minutes gone in the first term, Redland.
I'm not sure what was happening there with Pullman. I mean, you're a full forward, just go back and kick the goal. You're 10, 12 metres out, not even that. Don't handball it, son, get yourself another goal. They were lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, they were. It was very, very sloppy play. I mean, the intent was right, but in these heavy conditions, it's playing with fire, but unfortunate they did get the end result.
And they probably deserve to be about 14 points up at quarter time. We're approaching that quarter time line. We're 27 minutes in. We haven't got much battery there left, Craig. You better look at that quarter time. We need the clock. Ball comes forward for the Tigers. Can they get a late one? This is Big White. Slips over at a crucial stage, but got a handball out. Zuffa. Getting here is Tom Cayley. Close to the line. Goldsmith sees it over the line, out of bounds. 27 minutes in first quarter. Margin 14 points. Redland Bombers lead 5-3 to 3-1. Tigers are in attack though. Zuffa will go off the ground. Folan will go hard at Salter. Wanting a free kick there is Grayson, and he eventually gets it. So Todd Grayson, 2 kicks from goal. Plays on in the sloppy ground here at Casheez Park towards the true full forward position. Peter Wright, great mark. And then he plays on quickly, gets it to Salter.
Out to Salter. Salter looks up, had Thompson, chose not to go to him. Hasn't got any options up forward, so he has to chip in board. He's got the numbers here though in Stephen. He can go inside if he wanted to Veering. He elects to kick down the line. Pringle's the target. Pullman's there. This is Cass, kicked 3 last week on his left foot. This is going to be a foot race. Pringle's quick. Loves it when he's in front. Can he collect it? He's going to, and he kicks his 6th. So he kicks a 6th goal for the Bombers. Pringle's first for the afternoon. The margin's out to 20 points. 6-3-39, the Bombers leading the Tigers 3-1-19. That's a good finish from Zane Pringle.
Didn't show a clean pair of heels there, just running away from his opponent. And I think Mick Upton it was caught off guard for speed.
Just good play by Salts. I mean, he didn't have many options. He waited, he drew the defenders, looks in board, and then the Bombers are away. So it was good play there from the current Grogan medalist.
6-3 plays 3-1. They got within 6 points there up until the 19-minute mark. In fact, the 26-minute mark they got within 6 points. Out to 20 points now, the margin. Approaching quarter time, 29 minutes in. Thompson, Cass, a little bit of an up and under. They might pay this.
Contest.
Pringle and Grayson there, showing a lot of courage. Good tackle that time by Upton. Nobody getting the clean possession out here. Attacking side of halfway for the Bombers. Good umpiring. I like the umpiring so far. Letting it go. Waiting to see what happens. It might spill out. It's good to see.
Umpire in the middle. Thurlow, Reynolds. Reynolds gets the better of it. Out the back. White is wrapped up. Umpire said you held on to him though. So Tommy Salter just holding on to Liam Burke. He's been good early, Burke. By blows time on. 29.5 minutes gone in this first term, approaching the first break. Burke out wide. He's got Clark out there, had space, chips over the top to White. He's a left footy, he'll want to come inboard. He does. Kicks it long down, it's a shonky kick though. He finds Thurlow though. Thurlow drops what he should have taken, kicks inside. Direct opponent in Pullman. Goldsmith out the back, here's Gribben. Kicks it over his shoulder, has he got the legs?
Oh, what a goal! Fantastic!
So Skip Gribben's kicked a beauty. Kicks his first for the afternoon. And the Labrador Tigers fourth. Redland Bombers 6-3-39, leading the Tigers 4-1-25. And it can't be too much time left.
But that is an absolute cracker in these conditions, in a pocket where the breeze probably isn't favouring you. Whacks it on the right boot, got it to a perfect spot, right in the middle of the goals. It was really hard for the defender to get a hand on it before it went through for a goal. Great stuff. Skip Gribben, not only the goal of the day, but son, you've got the best name of the day. Skip Gribben, good on you, you've got your first of the day. 4-1-25 to 6-3-39, margin 14 points. Can the Tigers get another late one here, Craig?
White kicks it off the ground forward. This has been an interesting battle between Pullman. Oh, it's a bit soft that one, but he's a bit stiff, Sam Pullman, out to Goldsmith. 31 minutes gone. Kicks it long inside, there's the siren. The first term here at Casheez Park, and it's the Redland Bombers leading by 14 points, 6-3-39, leading the Tigers 4-1-25. The goal kickers for the first term, Brad Reese with one, Matt Thompson, Josh Pullman, Zane Pringle, Tyler Jones and Adam Boone for the Bombers. And for the Tigers, Garing, Thurlow, Goldsmith and Gribben kicking all single goals in the first term. Riddler, it's been an entertaining first quarter.
Great quarter of footy, 14 points the margin. Come back shortly. We'll be back for the second term of this round 15 battle.